Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Making Thorpe Park in Planet Coaster, episode 9. We've got pretty far in the 3 months. I'm probably not very far then, to be honest, if it's only 3 months, but oh well. So yeah, it's episode 9 now, and this is the final episode of Making the Swarm. We've been making the Swarm now for, I did do my research before I did this commentary, probably about 5 episodes now. And we're finally finished. By the end of this episode, we will be finished, mostly. I did forget to do the billboard, which I'll do off camera because it's boring, and then I can claim this is the last episode. So I'll do it off camera. Be fine. So, yeah, I do a lot. I do a lot of stuff here. I changed the bridge, I get rid of supports. I know it's not super realistic then, but it's the closest I'm going to get. I really tried hard for this and it was really difficult to get it exactly how I wanted it. So I've just had to do it like this, so I am sorry if it's kind of ruined it for you or whatever. But yeah, we're starting on the rear queue line this time, the overflow queue line. Fun fact, I've probably been to Thorpe probably about 30 to 40 times, I would probably say, roughly, and I've only had to stand in the overflow queue line 3 times. Like, to me, that's pretty impressive, I'm gonna be honest, because it always just seems to be rammed. But I always try and avoid the busiest rides anyway, to be honest, because I can't be bothered to wait in 2, 3, 4 hour queues, because it's boring. Hence why I've only been on the Ghost Train twice. I'm not scared of it, I promise. I promise you I've opened my eyes every time. Anyway, moving on very quickly. So, yeah, as I say, this is the final episode of Making the Swarm, but I will be moving on to making some other area starting from next episode. So, next episode, my plan is to get on with Depth Charge. That should literally take 1 episode, so that should be fine. Depth charging around the area. It's not a massive thing. As I say, it's not like a riding game that I can add in, so it's not too difficult really. But that won't take very long at all, to be honest. But yeah, I don't know what area I'm going to move on to next. I kind of want to move on to Stealth, but I've had some people say that they want me to do Nemesis Inferno, so I'm going to leave a poll in the top right. I know I did that a couple of episodes ago, but I never checked. I'll leave a poll in the top right. Tell me, where would you rather go next? In episode 11, which will be the episode after Depth Charge, where should I go next? Because I kind of tie in Depth Charge with the Swarm, because they're all on the same path, really, aren't they? You kind of go to the Swarm on the same path as you do to Depth Charge, so I would class that as the same sort of area. I know they're not. I know Depth Charge is on Swarm Island, but it's still close enough, I would say. So, yeah, and as promised, I'm giving you updates on what Boris Johnson is saying about the lockdown and how that's going to be affecting theme parks this year. So, from today, the day I'm recording this, which is Monday, anybody that can't work from home is encouraged to go back to work. If they can, they still should stay at home. And then from Wednesday, he's going to allow unlimited exercise. I never did any anyway, so it doesn't really affect me. And yeah, that's that. June, we're going to start seeing schools go back. And from what I can tell, entertainment and that sort of thing is going to start coming back in July. Now, do I think the parks are actually going to open? No. I don't think the parks are going to open. If they're going to open this year, it won't be till August, September time. And it's September, there's not really much point. Like Thorpe Park, it will be Friday nights, and that's it. We'll have a full Friday night season. Alton Towers will have a full Scarefest season. I don't see them opening because I think that they're still gonna try and keep the safety of the guests. Like, they may open and put in extra measures, but I don't think that's really gonna cut it properly, to be honest. So that's what I think will end up happening. But yeah, July, if everything goes to plan, we should start seeing theme parks. Well, we should start seeing the entertainment kind of thing reopen. So cinemas and all of that sort of thing should reopen. So bring on Angry Birds 4D. But yeah, so I'm just putting bit more of the bridge here. The bridge was actually really annoying to make, I'm going to be honest. It's just, it took me ages, and also the amount of times I've had to move this queue line and highlight the entire queue is just annoying, and it had a really annoying angle on it as well, so it just meant that everything was just weird and I had to move everything loads. But yeah, every time I've seen this bit from the top, it looks so round, and I'm really proud of it. It's not really something that you should be proud of, making something circular when it's supposed to be circular, but it looks really circular for something that actually is a rectangle, really. But yeah, so here we're just adding in the wooden thing that's on the top of the wall that goes around the lift hill. Yeah, I'd never noticed it in game. No, I never noticed it in real life. Like, I've literally only noticed it whilst I've been doing this. I've noticed a lot, to be honest. A lot of different things. But, yeah. One of the most difficult things, by far, making this, was 100% making the, exit. It was such a pain. It still doesn't look 100% great, but it's going to have to do because it was just so difficult to do. And I spent a good hour just trying to get the exit right. Now, I know I said this video is probably going to be about 10 minutes. I got 3 hours of footage again, so I really didn't want to be talking for another 17 minutes because I always run out of things to say. Obviously, I can talk about what I'm doing at that time, and I can talk about what's happening with the coronavirus or whatever, but I can't do that for 20 minutes straight every single episode. So the first, I recorded this in 2 clips over one day, which I was really happy with. So the first clip was sped up by 1000%, which is the normal, and the second clip was sped up by 1200%, so then it converges into about 15 minutes. Not the biggest fan of talking for 15 minutes, but it's gonna have to do. So yeah, I'm sorry about that, but that is what we're gonna have to do here. So yeah, we've had a huge influx of subscribers recently as well, which is really good. So yeah, that's that. This episode, I'm just not going to be able to talk for the full 17-ish minutes, 15 to 17 minutes, because it's just getting to the point now where there isn't anything for me to talk about. So I'm just going to have to start giving music, putting on music over the background, over the video, which it could be worse, definitely, but I'd definitely rather we were able to, well, I wish I was able to talk more, but the park's not open, so there's literally nothing I can talk about. And I also just want to apologise, this second half gets a bit laggy and I really don't know why. I've tried changing the speed, I've increased the speed, I've decreased the speed, I've done loads of different bits to it, and there's just nothing which seems to be working for it, so I do apologise for that, but there's nothing I can really do. I've had to reduce the speed by 400%, so yeah, I am going to have to leave you guys to finish watching without my voice, which to be honest is probably better. So yeah, here we are just adding in the area where the photos can be bought from. Never realised it was on a truck basically, which I thought was pretty interesting. But yeah, I also actually just want to say that PC Building Simulator has you guys have nearly tripled the like goal. That will be coming out next Saturday. I've got My Some Car coming out on Thursday. So yeah, as I say, PC Building Simulator will be coming out on Saturday. Another episode of this should be coming out probably next Monday. That's probably the next Tuesday. Sorry, that would probably be the most realistic time. So yeah, as I say, guys, there's not really anything for me to be talking about, so I'm actually going to end my voiceover just here. So if you did enjoy this episode, please do leave a like. It would mean so much. Remember, we are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2020, and we are well on track for doing that at the moment because of the amount of support we've been getting. We gained 6 subscribers overnight 2 days ago, which is absolutely amazing. So, guys, thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.